Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at confirmation candles. So this is something I've definitely touched on in other videos, but I want to go into a little more detail today. A couple things though I want to mention before we talk about confirmation. When you're looking for entry, there are multiple things you need to have a good understanding of before you can enter a trade, okay? The first being market structure, you guys. So you have to have a really good understanding of overall market structure. I'm going to take out my little pen. You guys know I'm awful at using it. So market structure is the big one. Another thing you need to keep an eye on before, this does not look like market structure. Another thing you need to keep an eye on before entering a trade is news. Okay. So fundamentals, whether you want to trade with them or not, you need to have an understanding of at least when the news events are occurring before you enter a trade. So market structure is the first thing you need to understand, and you need to know when news is being released. Okay. Those are probably the two biggest things I wanted to mention. If you pay no attention to these two things and you just rely on price action, you're not going to be a very happy trader because you're going to take a lot of losses. But we will get into the video. I am going to talk about what it means to have conversation and what it means to have confirmation and what it looks like. Excuse me, I can't talk today. Let's look at this example right here. Okay, so this is an area that I would have likely looked for a sell, because we have a break of this zone. Okay, so price broke down through here, and then it came right back up and tested that same zone. It then showed us rejection on the 4-hour chart. So I do like my rejection on the 4-hour. But after that rejection candle, so I would have been looking at this green candle, the green rejection candle, okay, with the nice long wick. After that, I go down to the 15-minute chart, and this is where I look for that confirmation candle. So let's go over to that area. If we can find it, shouldn't be too hard here. There we go. And let's look at what I'm kind of eyeballing in terms of a confirmation candle. I want to see a candle like this one, okay? I want to see nice, long-bodied candles giving us an automatic push down, okay? What I don't want to see right at the zone, so let's kind of backtrack for a second. We saw a nice push down and then price came back up a little bit. That's totally fine, okay? That's how the market moves, all right? We get little dips, we get, retracements, that's fine. If I had seen this right off the bat, okay, so see this area, this is what we call consolidation, remember? If I had seen this right off the bat, I would not have entered. Obviously, if we had a, bullish push up, so long body green candles, we wouldn't enter. And if we had a bunch of these little small guys forming. There's a very specific reason why. This candle, okay, this candle here, let's make it green because that's what we're looking at, essentially is telling me that we have a lot of sellers waiting at this zone, okay? So we have a lot of sellers waiting here who are going to push us downward, okay? Consolidation periods tell me that we don't have enough sellers to give us a push down, and that buyers are waiting to take control. And if this happens right at the rejection, it's a really strong indication that this reversal and this push down is not going to happen, okay? Sorry, I know this is getting a little messy now. To be clear, we want to see nice long bodies. Now, let's talk about where you enter on the long body. That's another question I get. And you guys, this is all subjective too, okay? So this is all subjective. Some people are going to have a completely different view of the market than I have, and you might have a strategy that works a bit differently. That's fine. If it works for you, it works, okay? Oh, I didn't mean to exit that out. So this is what we want to see. We want to have that nice long body, okay? And we're looking to enter As soon as I see this body forming, okay, so as soon as I see this body forming about, I would say, halfway through, all right, I'm going to enter. You can also wait for this 15-minute candle to close and then enter on the second candle, okay? Totally up to you, but you do want to see that long body automatically forming. If you see a lot of indecision, okay, then you're not going to want to take that trade. So again, like this area, let's see, I actually have an example of that happening for you guys. So let's clean up the chart a little bit. All right, so this area here, this is a breakout trade we could have taken, okay? Now, this isn't the retest method like I talk about, but this could have been taken as a breakout, okay? I'm not going to get into specific strategies in this video. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. All right, so we get this breakout candle, right? We get a nice long breakout candle. And then afterward, we get a push down, all right? We don't get a nice push up, followed by indecision. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, all right? This whole area here is indicating to us that we don't have that push that we need, okay? So this is not a trade I would have taken, at least not here. Now, we did end up getting a little push up, but it's still not a trade that I would have taken. It just wasn't enough momentum for me. So I need to see more of a push up, and really, I would have liked to have seen a higher take profit there anyway, because if you look, so you always want to look at your risk reward, right? So let's go down and take our long position tool. Let's just say we had waited and entered. So we did end up getting a nice push up around there. But let's just look. If we take our profit up here, which would have been the higher resistance level, and our stop loss has to be below this wick to give us room to breathe, we have a pretty low risk reward, okay? It's not super low, but it's too low for me. It's just not something I would want to take. I want to see nice momentum right here and nice early entry, okay? So that's just one little tip for you. That is it, you guys. I hope that kind of summarizes everything up. So you do, again, want to have a nice long-bodied formation going in the direction of your trade. All right, we want to see it going in the direction of our trade. Let's go back and just take a look again, just to conclude. And don't forget that you really want to have basic understanding of market structure as well. So I'm going to put a separate video on that. By the way, this is something I want to point out. We don't have rejection here on the 15-minute. That is totally fine, okay? As long as we can see rejection on the 4-hour, that's where I want to see rejection. We're not seeing super long wicks here. That's fine. The push down we need on the 15-minute, because if you're waiting on the 4-hour, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities, okay? Again, you want to enter when that long body is forming, and there's really no easy way to put it. It just has to be a long body. So if it's looking, short like these here, like these indecision candles, you don't want to enter. You want a nice long body. It's subjective. So you kind of have to use your judgment there. Unfortunately, I can't really decide that for you. Is this going to work every single time? Absolutely not. It's absolutely not going to work. There are too many factors, you guys, that come into play. You need to stop looking for 80% effective trade strategies, and you need to start looking at what works a lot of the time, okay? Because as long as you have a proper risk reward and you're using proper risk management, it's all going to work out. Please click the link in my bio, you guys. I have an amazing study guide I just put out. It's so cheap. It's literally under $10. It's super in depth. It goes over everything like this, but in a lot of detail. Like it goes through absolutely everything. Make sure to snag it now. It's, like I said, less than $10. So if you want to support me, I would love it if you'd go check that out. And if not, there are videos, free videos here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I will see you guys on Monday.